The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
You know, there is a new phenomenon, Hicken. I fall into it.
Yeah.
You probably fall into it a little less than I do, but we all fall into it. And that is this, just the immediate reaction and determination. And we're all guilty of it, and there's not a better example in sports. And I'll try and use this as an example to change moving forward, but DJ Chark, right? Yeah. Everyone in the world had given up on DJ Chark.
Who?
DJ Chark, that same one. Everyone in the world, Coughlin and by us. Coughlin, oh, God.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to be interrupted with
DJ Chark, DJ Chark,
we got to have like a moratorium, like 1 an hour, right?
DJ Chark.
Loses its punch, is entertaining and creative. Yeah, anyway.
Is he from Milwaukee?
No, he's not. But Chark's a perfect example. Everybody killing Tom Coughlin and Dave Caldwell on the DJ Chark pick after last year.
For about 400 days.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, we all would have told you,
yes,
cut him now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You can find a guy on the waiver wire. I mean, Dante Moncrief is better than DJ Chark.
Right.
And DJ Chark now through 3 weeks looks like a real emerging weapon in the passing game.
Well, and it's funny, too. And this is where you have to separate, including us. Separate us.
I include myself in this.
Separate the fans. I look forward to the I could tell that Minshew kid had something comments.
Yeah.
I was the one who said, and by the way,
there were people in training camp that just based on the OTAs.
It was horrible, though.
Yeah.
He was horrible.
Only in the games.
And so
and he wasn't horrible. He just they weren't successful.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's not like he was turning over, throwing picks, all that kind of stuff.
No. But anyway, so that'll be fun as well. By the way, the champ was there last night. The baddest man on the planet. Iron Mike Tyson.
Was he?
That was a thrill. Yeah, that was awesome. I looked at him, and he's not the baddest man on the planet anymore. I know he can still pack a punch, and I know he's got skills, like unbelievable skills, but he is not the biggest cat in the world. That guy was the heavyweight champion of the world for a while, man.
Unbeatable.
And there's another guy who, by the way, is sort of done a 180 in terms of character, right? Not he's like beloved Iron Mike Tyson.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He doesn't have near and he's also not, in the news for something illegal every 3 months like he was back in the day, too.
Back in the day.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you grow and you mature and you settle down a little bit. And
all right, so stuff on Jalen.
Yeah.
Let's see. So he did a podcast with Nate Burleson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was just somebody said something disrespectful. He's nothing against Marone. So that somebody's either Dave Caldwell or Tom Coughlin. Well, knowing those two, I'm going to deduce it was Tom Coughlin, who, in my mind, rightfully so, went in and chewed some A over antics that were unacceptable. And that's where you guys who are on Jalen Ramsey's, quote, side got to take a step back and say, listen, we want to keep Jalen Ramsey. That's fine. I got no problem with that. But you cannot act that way. You 100%. Cannot in any way, shape, or form ever at any level in any business when you work for somebody act that way.
I don't want to make it
yell, scream, touch,
cuss.
Your boss.
You disrespected your boss. So
yes.
To use the term "he was disrespected" after the game is literally nauseatingly laughable. Jalen, you have got to listen, buddy. I hope you understand that life is not a football game. All right. I hope you understand when you go to the grocery store or to go talk to your kids.
You have the clip from the podcast.
If you want to go talk to your kid's teacher, I just hope you understand.
Go ahead and play
that. The rest of the world is not going to part like the Red Sea for your presence.
Right.
It's just unbelievable.
All right, here's the clip from the podcast.
From the 17 Weeks podcast.
Yeah. And
some disrespectful things were said on their end that made me definitely walk out and call my agent as soon as I walked out. And I told him, I said, it's time. My time is up here in Jacksonville. I said, I want to ask for a trade. I was truly at peace. Like I wasn't in a mindset of making a decision while I was angry. No, I was completely calm.
Ding, ding,
I still stand by that decision.
ding.
As for a trade.
That's a big dinger.
Yeah.
No, you got butt
The
hurt.
fib meter just
he
went
got
off.
he got butt hurt because he actually got called out by the people in charge of him. Like any child, apparently Jalen's parents never corrected him. Like I don't know.
Right.
I mean, this guy is just. I've never seen a guy more oblivious to like just normalcy.
Yeah.
I really never have. So last night proved that this football team can win without Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, there's no question.
100%. So I just hope they can get a couple of first rounders and he can move on and rock somebody else's world.
Well, here's what you wonder. Should we be chasing first rounders or should we be chasing players and try to win now?
Well, you know,
but I mean, it's tougher. It's probably tougher to get the players.
I think you go with the draft.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the draft, you got what you're trying to do is if you trade a kid who you drafted, this is the unfortunate thing. This is a draft. The league is all about drafting and developing. And if you draft and develop, you do that whenever you hit on one, that's a huge win. So that's the idea. But I don't know. It's just become untenable here. And I suspect that he will be dealt. I don't know if he'll be traded today. I think it will probably be
maybe early next week.
It will
Let
probably
teams get
be
through the weekend.
It'll probably be next week. But again, if you're the Jags, hang tight, man.
Just make sure you get a good
we
deal.
got to get you're
a first, a third, and a number 2 corner.
But he does not want to be here. I mean,
well, listen,
and he played. Don't get me wrong. He played, but he does not want to be here.
No, I thought it was very telling too. Just one more, glimpse into who Jalen is. That a week after telling us the only thing he wanted to do was win, could look so miserable in the locker room and be so short after.
Yeah.
So
you won.
Ding,
ding. Yeah, you won the game.
Yeah,
man.
the ding meter just keeps going off, but. Honestly, it's just a slap in the face to every man who has ever bowed to the authority in front of him, be it a boss, whoever it is. It's a slap in all of our face for Jalen Ramsey to say that he was disrespected by the Jaguars on Sunday. That is a joke.
I talked to AJ. I talked to a bunch of guys last night, but I talked to AJ Boye specifically about Jalen, and he was very upfront about it. He didn't hold back, and he loves Jalen. Obviously, those two have been 20 and 21, and 2 great corners in 2017. Last year a little off, but they had something special going there and shut down City for the last couple of years, and so he hates that it's come to this. I guess just in the locker room, players view it differently a little bit, but
that's what they say publicly. Human beings are human beings. You get tired of one guy dominating everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that, there could be a case, and if you can capitalize on it, great, but there could be a case where this galvanizes the locker room, where it brings the guys together even more, and, he didn't want to be here, but we'll show him why he should be here. Maybe there's a little of that going on too, but there was an energy level, and who was it told me they could feel it. I think it was Chark. No, I know who it was. I talked to Smoot. Finally got a sack.
Yeah, I think they had two. Yeah.
Well, I know, like going through the post game sound, like Jan was fired up.
Jan was fired up. Do you have a Jan clip? Can you throw me one? Jan was fired up. You talked to him, but Smoot said
2 years in a row, them guys really got our number, and we got their number today. And I hope that bad taste in their mouth stays in there for a long time.
Good.
By the way, the I don't know what happens with Jan, but the Ramsey leaving may sweeten the pot for Jan a little bit. Who knows? So we'll see. But Smoot, Calais said, how they always tease Smoot because he's always been he's been
never
close.
Had a sack
Yeah, he's been close. He's been close. And Smoot was so happy. And you love to see that too. So, listen, you got better performances from Smoot and Brian. Now, can that continue? Who knows? But it's just nice to see that they are capable of doing such a thing, and that can only help the D-line because obviously we shuffle guys in and out of there. But that was big as well. So that was a positive too from last night. And we'll see what happens with Jalen. It remains to be seen. I suspect still he's definitely out. I think. And I don't think there's any way that he has a change of heart. and we'll go from there and see what happens.
Yeah. I think.
But I agree. I think the Jags are handling it right now in terms of being patient, talking to other teams, and you also give him time to just make sure you really want to leave.
And there's also this. We're so close to the fray, but those guys really making the decisions. They avoid like dumb thinking. Like on the tech. I mean, I hate to call out one guy, but this is such a dumb thing to say.
Okay.
And so the Jags aren't dealing with this kind of dumbness as they deal with the situation.
Okay.
But about what we just had about Jalen, and you get chewed out sometimes in life, right? This on the text line. He is a grown man. He don't have to bow to anyone. He has to respect them, but not bow to anyone.
Nobody was asking him to bow.
That's the kind of dumbness
that's bad.
That they're lucky up there. They don't have to deal with this kind of if you whoever wrote that is just not a smart person. You're just dumb. That's just dumb.
Let me tell that guy, if you're a grown man and you go act that way to your boss today,
Right.
you're not getting another job though. By the
no
way,
one asks
you might be
anyone
out of
to
work
bow.
for a while.
But it's that kind of like way extreme thinking that thankfully the we get caught up in looking at some of these idiotic statements from Joe Q. They're not having to deal with that kind of nonsense, right? They're dealing with it face to face like men with the reality of what a locker room is and what football is. So, a
lot of people
we'll filter the dumb for them.
A lot of people were suggesting a Melvin and Melvin trade with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Trade for the Melvins.
Yeah, Gordon and Ingram. Yeah, we'll take them both.
Yeah, I don't think the Chargers would give both of them.
Well, we're giving you
we're
giving you a baller here now.
Here's the thing about Leonard. The thing about Gordon, though, is you got the cash.
How about Leonard, Jalen, Melvin and Melvin in a 1 from the Chargers?
Boom.
Boom. Done.
Right. Why don't we get Brady while we're at it? All right.
Brady fired up last night.
Brady was tweeting last night.
Did he play out on defense? He was bad too.
He's had enough of that officiating.
Oh, that was great.
We
have a prize pack today, don't we?
Good.
Yes, we do, Dan.
Hella love.
Hella love for the prize pack. Hella love for the victory last night.
One lucky Guggen is going to get a pair of tickets to the Hella Mega Tour coming up at TIA and Bank Field next August 6th, featuring Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer. Get your tickets early. They're on sale later this morning on Ticketmaster. But caller number
4
is going to take home a pair right now.
All right, 641-1010. Back with more after this.
Yeah, Friday 5-pack next.
Woo!